Our second valedictorian is Elyssa Renee Fahndrich. Elyssa is the daughter of Pam and Tim Fahndrich of Salem, Oregon. Emily has been at Western since the 6th grade and has a 4.0 GPA. Elyssa. Let me fix that. Valedictorians. I'm a PE major, come on. Elyssa has been a member of the International Club for 1 year, the Book Club for 3 years, and the National Honor Society for 2 years, where she serves as secretary. She has participated on the varsity volleyball team for 3 years and the varsity basketball team for 4 years. She has also helped our varsity softball team by serving as its team manager for 3 years. Elyssa has won various English awards over the years and has caused all of her teachers to marvel at her excellent typing skills, not like mine just now, where she can type over 100 words per minute. Elyssa plans on attending Corbin University in the fall and majoring in communications. Please welcome Elyssa Fahndrich.
Should have worn my heels. Okay, before I formally start my speech, I would like to take this time to thank my family, specifically my parents, who have sacrificed so much in order to send me to Western, and have supported me immensely throughout my time here. And I'd also like to thank my brother Johnny, with whom I have an amazing relationship with, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. As I wrote my speech in the middle of trying to remember what I've learned this year in order to pass my finals, my mind wandered to the countless memories that I've made throughout high school. Those times seem to be coming to a close rather quickly, and while I am excited for what my future holds, it will be hard for all of us to leave what we know. Throughout my 7 years at Western, I have learned so much. I have forgotten a lot of it, but I have learned so much. I don't remember how to graph a quadratic equation, nor do I recall anything about stoichiometry. Sorry, Mrs. Dillow. However, I have learned many things from many people and events that will stick with me for a long time. Let's start with my teachers, for example. Mrs. Huey taught me that you really can learn something new every day, and it doesn't have to pertain to what you're studying. Mrs. Vreen reminded me that I love to read and write stories, and Diana has been someone that I've looked up to, or down to, since the 6th grade. From Mr. Affolter, I learned that life is not always fair, and not everyone is privileged enough to get a below-the-crow-line pencil. Miss Grimes showed me that life is beautiful and exciting, and taught us to always push ourselves. Dottie and Peggy greeted me every day with their beautiful smiles, no matter what kind of day they were having, and now I strive to do the same. Mrs. Stinson prepared us for the future. And from Mr. Harper, I learned that there is so much more for me to learn. I've already thanked them all personally, but I would like to thank them again for what they have done and will continue to do in the future. Now, as far as high school is concerned, this has been the best year of my life. So many aspects of this year have created wonderful memories for me and my classmates that I think we will remember for a while. I had an awesome volleyball season with Rory Rush, who taught me that my emotions are more influential than I think. I learned how to lead a team, be more positive, and let go of mistakes. Then I was able to use my new knowledge in my next season, the best basketball season of my life. Obviously, winning the state championship played a big role, but there are other things to take into account. Aside from playing better and having better stats, we learned to truly work as a team. While previous years may have seemed from the outside that we were working together well, those years were nothing compared to this one. We all learned how to become true team players, supporting everyone 110% and winning and losing with dignity. This is such an important concept to take into the future. It is possible to succeed on your own, but having your own peers around you to support you and help you is so incredibly important. Every day of practice pushed us to be better and better. I have learned many valuable things from my coaches throughout high school. Deb Lauthan taught me that in the world of personality tests, I can be a golden retriever, but sometimes it's important for me to be a pit bull. This year, Greg Lloyd added an appreciated new perspective on how we played. Mike Woodard always told me that shooters shoot, which I had always taken literally, but near the end of the year, I started to translate it into, you were made to do this, so do it. And I applied it to other parts of my life where I doubted myself. And finally, Robbie Gillum always let me know that he believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Also, this year I was a part of a cappella choir. This year-long class has been the highlight of my school days. I have always enjoyed showing up to class, no matter what sort of day I was having. Traveling with my choir was a huge part of my senior year. As Miss Grimes often says, you get to know a different side of people once you travel with them. I have made new friendships through our local tour and our trip to Goshen, Indiana that I cherish dearly. I may not be the closest of friends to everyone in my class, but I've learned to appreciate them, their quirks, and the things that make them beautiful. For example, I could listen to Nikki Gowan sing all day, every year, all the time. Karina gives me a big hug every single day. Madeline gives the best back massages. Miritab has a super sense of rhythm. Elyssa Spinks has the most adorable smile. Joe found his calling as a bass. Riley has the biggest heart and is always thinking of the best for everyone. And Trevor looks great in a rice hat. All this being said, I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't taken choir this year. It was a huge part of making my senior year the best year of my life, and I wouldn't change that for anything. I've learned how to control my breathing, sight read music that I had never seen before, and expand my range. But most importantly, I've learned that everyone has a different voice and something different to say, but when we support each other and work together, we can create beautiful harmony. As you can tell, I've decided to take a stroll down memory lane. I could have told you about my grades or what I'm looking forward to in my future, but instead I wanted to reflect on what is about to end. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. Seuss is, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." Although a lot of us are probably smiling because it's over, so I don't know how applicable that is. Despite that, I think those words are important to keep in perspective as we move on from this stage in our lives. High school is full of learning about things like the Spanish Civil War and iambic pentameter, and filing taxes and the Gospel of John, but I believe that most of the lessons that I will take away are ones that cannot be written down on a lesson plan. Thank you.